gosh, you should have been there in class A. She was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's so stupid.
The thing about cyberbullying as opposed to bullying in person is that when it's in person, first of all, you know who's bullying you and who's being bullied.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy.
Can I help you too?
Yeah, you can give me an apology.
You better apologize to her.
I don't even know her.
Hey, listen, mister, I don't even know her. Maybe you should apologize to her, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll let you live, you little punk.
I'm late for class, okay?
Oh,
You're not going to class.
He's late for class.
Who cares? You're not going to class until you apologize.
With cyberbullying, first of all, it can spread much faster because you can post something to a Facebook wall or to MySpace and it can go out to anybody. Because you can post something and it's public, the person being bullied feels like they can't escape it. It's open to everybody, that everybody they meet will know this information, and that's why it leads to such terrible things, to suicides, to real depression, because people feel like they've been bullied and that it's never going to go away.
When I saw what those people had wrote about me, I felt like I wanted to die. I mean, the stuff they wrote, it's the kind of thing that could like ruin a person's life. And it hurts. It really, really hurts.
I don't even really know how this thing got so completely blown out of proportion. What really happened is Steve and I were just like hanging out outside, we were talking, and I remember I was just telling him probably something that was happening to me that day, I don't even know. And then after that, Linda and all of her friends, they just started being really mean. They were really picking on Steven, like much worse than they were for me. And then once the things started showing up online on her Facebook and people were sending out these like texts, it was just getting really nasty. And this whole thing just got so blown out of proportion. I don't even know why they started doing that. It was really terrible. Once those things got on the internet, it's a nightmare.
Bullies often come from homes where there's violence. People who have been bullied then turn around and become bullies.
Well, what happened was I walked past them and I thought that they were laughing at me. So from where I come from, if someone's laughing at you, you get back at them. So I went online and I made fun of him and his friends, and I mean, I didn't know any better because my family, if someone does something to you, you retaliate, you yell at them. I don't really know anything else before this little group kind of thing, so I mean, what else was I supposed to do? Like, he hurt me and I wanted to hurt him back. That's what we do. I mean, before I knew any better, I guess.
Bystanders often act as a bully helper. They root on the bully, whether it's online or if it's in person. And also, even if they're not rooting on the bully, just by being silent, silence in this case is acquiescence. In anti-bullying and bullying awareness programs, we try to create an environment where everyone can be open about what they're experiencing and can understand each other and what other people are experiencing. It's really important for the person being bullied and for the bystanders who might be intimidated to have a safe environment where they can discuss the issue.
We have a no-tolerance policy when it comes to bullying. This includes cyberbullying. Some challenges are, we can only control what happens on school grounds. Cyberbullying can happen anywhere. Sometimes it's difficult to identify a cyberbully. They have anonymity online.
The solutions need to come from the students, from the people involved, because they're the ones on the inside, they're the ones who really understand the problem.
And don't worry, everyone will get a chance to speak, so feel free to say whatever you want. It's open discussion, and Stephen, why don't you go first?
Well, I think that I have a right to be able to go to class and walk around freely, and she's been following me everywhere, hassling me, giving me a really hard time, and I don't like it. It's just...
How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel, I don't know, like...
Uncomfortable?
Yeah, it makes me feel very uncomfortable, like,
How do you feel? What do you think?
I think he should have thought twice before him and his friends decided to make fun of me. And when someone makes fun of me, I retaliate.
Okay,
And if you don't like that, then
Linda.
I don't know what to tell you.
How would he make fun of you? He doesn't even know who you are. Who
Well,
are you?
I walked past you guys and you were laughing, so what am I supposed to
don't even
think?
know what you're talking about. When was that? What, do you even remember when that was?
Do you want the exact date? I don't know.
Like,
If I get made fun of,
literally.
I'm gonna retaliate.
Why would we make fun of you?
I don't
don't
know.
even know
It's
you.
not my
You've never
issue.
been in my class. Why would I make
Look,
fun of
I
you?
saw the situation the way that it was, and I reacted. That's what happened. Sorry.
She's a friend of mine, and I really don't like it when people pick on her as well. And she was in an environment where she felt that she was being picked on, but at the same time, I don't think that bullying somebody should be the end result.
well, I mean, first they got in my way, and they threatened me every time they saw me, and then they wrote all these things about me online, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable and hurt.
So, what did you do about it? Did you report the incident, or what besides how I made you feel upset, what else did you do does anybody know about it?
Well, yeah, my friend Bridget here saw it.
It was sort of to kind of, teach him a lesson that you shouldn't treat people in that way, that there will always
Shouldn't
be
be laughing.
consequences. Yeah, don't laugh at people.
Don't laugh at me because I'm gonna mess you up online, or like I'm gonna make your life a living.
Yeah.
So
But you guys know Steve. Like, does he seem the type of person who goes around laughing at people? Like, when did he even laugh at you? Like, I don't even think that happened.
whether or not you think it happened, it happened. So that's how I reacted. That's it. Whatever. It's different now, but like that's how it happened.
We meet in groups to discuss issues such as bullying and cyberbullying, and these discussions are driven by the students. My perceptions of the problems may be different from what's actually going on.
Well, let's say you were in his shoes. How would you feel if someone did the same thing to you based on something that could have been a total misunderstanding?
I guess it's like kind of like intense. Like I guess he didn't know what was happening. I can understand where he's coming from, I guess.
So in the future, could you see some other way of resolving this rather than going up to him and bullying him?
I guess I could have talked to them about it. It's not that easy, but I mean, for next time, I guess.
Rethink on how to approach the situation.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyone else?
Well, I guess tried to think about how two wrongs won't make a right. So although I was standing for my friend, but I feel that, you know, I did hurt him because I did push him around. Although I didn't really want to hurt him physically or anything, just to send a message across that. But by insulting him or scaring him, it didn't really make me the better person, or it didn't really make anything correct.
Listen, I'm really sorry for the misunderstanding. I was sitting laughing at you. Me and Bridget were just fooling around, and when you walked by, it had nothing to do with you, I swear.
Okay. I didn't know that then, but I'm really sorry that I was bullying you and making you feel like you couldn't come to school and stuff. I wasn't going to hurt you, but I'm sorry about what I did online and everything. It wasn't right. I should have talked to you about it.
I just feel like it's so bad if you start writing things about people online. Like, if you're just gonna like bully someone in person and say whatever you want to their face, like, that's bad enough. But once you go write it like on your Facebook and you write it in other places, like, everyone sees it, and it's really damaging. It spreads so quickly, and the things you write there, you really never take back. Like, once it goes into the internet, it's like the entire world sees it, and it's really very damaging for people. It really hurts them.
And, well, it felt good that we were able to talk in the class about what happened, and it was able to confront her and clear up the whole misunderstanding. And I think that with time I'll be able to put this whole thing behind me.
Cyberbullying stems from technology. Cell phones, computers, online communities such as Facebook and Twitter and so on. Now, we're looking into solutions that include technology. These would include virtual reality, where students can experience these scenarios from all points of view safely. This way they could better understand one another.
There are virtual environments where students can understand and safely experience a bullying situation, and these have been seen to be very effective in anti-cyberbullying programs.
When we did the virtual learning, I got to see how Steven felt, and it was really shocking. And I just experiencing it from his point of view was just overwhelming, and I can't believe that I made him feel like that, and it's just really upsetting.
And in the virtual learning, you know, I was able to understand both perspectives from the bully and the person that was being bullied.
I mean, when I sent the things out on Facebook, I was just expecting to send it to a couple of my friends, and the next day it felt like the whole world knew what was going on, and people that I didn't even know read what I wrote, and it affected the community and not just me and my friends and just joking around. It's not funny because everybody knew about it, and it affected him so much that it just I could have ruined his whole life in one statement on Facebook. It's really upsetting.
We're instituting a whole school approach where the kids are encouraged to think for themselves and to talk about what's bothering them. Each child or teen is treated individually.
So at our school, we started this new policy. They call it a whole school policy, and what it is instead of people having peer pressure to be bullies, we're doing the opposite. We're peer pressuring people to stand up against bullies. So everyone encourages everyone else not to just sit by and let bullies let bullies do their thing.
So be polite to others online. Do not reply to cyberbullies. And most importantly, tell someone. and report the incident?
I feel like in this school, bullying isn't tolerated, which is good because it's wrong to pick on somebody else. I've seen what it can do. It can cause people to kill themselves or end up in hospitals or even kill others.
%60 of the people involved in bullying are the bystanders, the people who gather around, who watch the incident, whether it's on the schoolyard or online, who watch the page.
So you think that if you're just a bystander, there's nothing you can do. You know, you're not the one doing the bullying, so you're not to blame. But really, as a bystander, you're the one who has the power to stand up. And if you just sit there, you're letting it happen. If you're a bystander, you really need to speak up to make sure the bullying is not happening.
They see something online and they can react to it like, wait, no, I was there when that occurred, so I have the power to really say, no, this is what really happened, instead of agreeing with what's being posted and scattered online. So as a bystander, you're in this position where it's really up to you.
One of the most important things I learned is that you're supposed to tell somebody about cyberbullying, whether it's a teacher in school or the police or the ISP or any other person of authority. You have to tell someone.
Once the 60%, the bystanders, refuse to allow bullying to occur and make it unacceptable, then the whole picture is going to change.
So the bystander can really change the whole picture. Just in time, man. You see this kid right here?
Yeah.
Help us give him a little hard time.
Huh? That's not cool, man. Why would you do that for?
Because he thinks he's all that.
That's no reason to gang up on the kid. Come on, Steve, man. You know how much that stuff hurts? You know better than that.
You know what? I'm sorry, Linda. He's right. It's not cool. I'm sorry.
The problem is cyberbullying occurs outside of my jurisdiction, and so the rest of society has to get this too.
They also need to feel safe discussing this with adults and alerting adults to the problem. We're trying to create a more mutually understanding society, because only if society steps up and says no to bullying will we be able to solve this problem.